Hello, all signs. Welcome to the special bonus reading on Friday, the 13th of September, 2019. And we also have the full moon in the sky. Special bonus reading for all the signs from Aries all the way to Pisces. I'm going to sort of do this really quick for the past, present, and future. Now, why am I doing this? Well, it's a full moon, harvest moon this year. And depending on where you are in the world, it was yesterday, the 12th, and for others, it was today, the 13th. And if you looked out in the sky last night, you saw that full moon in the sky, or early this morning, or tonight. It's sort of mystical and magical. Do I think there's anything super special about this? Honestly, not really. However, since I don't really get into the astrology aspect, I don't really delve into that. I just use the cards and messages the way they are, and I use the astrological signs specifically for categorization because everybody knows their sign. Go back and go through any of my other readings, look at the intro video, you'll understand why. So that's how I do things. That said, I was compelled to do this special set of readings today for the past, present, and future because we are all part of this energy of the universe. And when we give something a significant power or energy, it's real. If enough people or enough life on Earth is doing something at a particular time, it does have an effect on this energy that surrounds us and we're part of. So I'm doing this special reading today because there is a little buzz in the air. It's the full moon. It's a rare event. It doesn't happen every year. We have to wait many years before it happens again. I think the last time it happened was like 2000 or something. So it's not super rare once in a lifetime, like a lot of other things aren't either. But we tend to make a big deal out of them. And with some events, there is, because of what we have created out of it, that energy is part of the universe. We give that significance. So I'm going to do these readings, and because I've been compelled to do so, normally I just do regular general readings or answer questions, stuff like that. But this time, I'm going to do past, present, and future. I just felt compelled to do that for all the signs. I'm going to do it rather rapid fire with the Angel Oracle cards, the Major Arcana Tarot cards, and the Minor. And we'll just see how it goes for each sign. Again, this is going to be rather quickly. Once this is put up on YouTube, I will be putting the times for each of the signs down there at the bottom. So now that I got this little introduction out of the way, and please remember, I only use the astrological signs for categorization purposes. I really don't delve into the astrology aspect. It's just the messages as they come through, just the way they are. All right? With that said, I'll write this time down because we're going to start off with Aries, my Aries friends, for past, present, and future. So I'm going to use the Major Arcana cards and the Minor Arcana cards and the Angel Oracle cards. So we'll start off with the past. So Spirits, Angels, Universe, please come forward. What Major Arcana card gives the main message for my Aries friends for the past? All right, past. Okay. You have the Judgment card. What Major Arcana card represents the present for my Aries friends? Oh, okay. You have Death. We'll get into this in just a moment. And what does the future hold for my Aries friends? What message for the future for my Aries friends? Okay, interesting. You've got the Devil. I'm going to clarify these a little bit with Minor Arcana cards. So, for my Aries friends, what is the additional information for the past for my Aries friends from this Friday the 13th? Okay. Ten of Swords. Okay. What do you have to clarify the present for my Aries friends? Okay. The Six of Wands. And the future. Okay, you got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. And I'm going to pull one angel oracle card from the messages from my angels cards for additional clarification for the present and future. What would my Aries friends need to know from the angel cards, or anything specific for right now? What do they need to know in addition to these cards? Okay, hang on. Let me just shuffle these cards one more time. All right, here we go. I'm not really a good shuffler or person who goes through the cards, and I sometimes tend to make a mess, and then I got to straighten them out again. All right, here we go. So you got the Adriana cards. Let me just stick that over there. Okay, so let's see there. You've got the Judgment card, and Ten of Swords, and you know these, and you got the Death card there too. These dark cards, you look at them, they always have light in the distance. So this is something that will pass. But we're talking about the past. So in the past, you were judged. Maybe there was some judgment in your favor. Again, this is something that's already happened. This could be very recently, or it could be far in the past. But you also have that Ten of Swords. It looks like somebody being stabbed there, but it's not quite that with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is talking about a complete and painful ending. Like you've reached rock bottom. But it's over. You know, this is the past. So you've reached the bottom. Yeah, it's just like things were just not going good, and maybe that had something to do with the Judgment. Because the Judgment card is usually in your favor. It could also just be a final decision or a wake-up call too. You know, it's like you got the angel up there with the horn pointing down at the people. So maybe this reaching the rock bottom was a turning point. It was the end of something, and you were glad to move on. Now the present, you have Death, which is talking about rebirth, actually. Again, dark card with a bright background. So my Aries friends, I think what this is saying is you had something happen. There was an ending. It was not that great. You had some pain and suffering as a result. This judgment or wake-up call led to that, or it was the result of that. You know, you've reached the bottom and you've learned something. You don't make the same mistake again. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. So something ended. Present. You're in that ending. It's death. It's over with. It's done. And that gives rise to a new birth. Something new can rise because you can't have anything new unless you have death. Something has to end before something new can begin. And then you've got the Six of Wands, which kind of reminds me of like one of the knights, but it's not. It just reminds me of that. And they're usually messengers, so I tend to take that card as like a message, the Six of Wands. And that's talking about victory, getting some type of recognition, good news, success. You know, the guy is like on his horse there. He's happy. You know, there's people around. You look at them. You know, they're admiring this guy on the horse. So he's getting recognition. So whatever happened in the past gave birth to something new, my Aries friends. And hopefully you're in the middle of, or just about to start, something new, and you're going to get a lot of recognition. Now here's what's interesting with the future. You got that Devil card. Now, Devil card can talk about being chained to something, addictions, stuff like that. And since this is in the future, I always take, whenever I do a reading and it has to do with the future specifically, it's a caution. That's how I see it. It's a caution. It's telling you, watch out. Don't let this happen. The Devil card also talks about, it's like the opposite of the Lover's card, which is all wonderful, or partnership and stuff. The Devil is talking about being obsessed. It could be with another person. You could be obsessed with somebody, lusting, greed, envy, that kind of stuff. But I'm picking up addiction. And maybe what you have now is like not an addiction, but maybe with all this success or something, it's maybe gone to your head. Maybe you're spending money unwisely, gambling, just doing things that maybe you shouldn't, taking risks that you shouldn't. And that can become an addiction. Like, you're just like, everything is so good. I've got all this recognition. Everything is going great. I can do whatever I'm doing, and no, it's not really an addiction. Or, yeah, it is, but everything's going to be fine. These things lead to downfalls. So you need to break those chains and don't allow it to happen. Now, also as a clarification, you've got the Ace of Cups. And aces are always the gifts. It's the universe just handing it to you. It's like, here you go. And I haven't seen the Ace of Cups forever. It's like it never shows up. So that's your future, Aries. And the Ace of Cups is talking about possibly a new baby or a new relationship, a marriage, proposal type thing. So again, maybe this has something to do with lust or obsession with somebody else, when the universe is giving you your soulmate, or they call them twin flames now. So maybe that's what this is about. Everything is going good for the present. The future, something good. You're going to get a proposal, new life, something like that. And again, I always take the future whenever cards come out. It's something like negative can be a caution. Like, you can prevent this from happening. The spirits, angels, in the universe are telling you, watch out for this. They're bringing it to your attention so you don't allow it to happen, because they're going to give you a gift. And it's almost like, don't ruin that gift. Whatever this is. Don't mess it up. Okay, Aries friends? And check this out. You've got the angel card, Adriana. She's leading. So this is something else to keep in mind. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So whatever happened in the past, this stuff here is gone. That judgment, the swords there, it's over with. You reach rock bottom. You come out of the ashes. You have a rebirth after death. Recognition. Don't allow the devil to take over your life. Accept that gift with open arms and follow the guidance of your angels. This was something you wanted. These were things that you wanted. Obviously, if something's not so great here, it got better. That's something you'd want. So the angels keep leading you, and I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. So the answer to your prayer might be this relationship or something really, really good coming. And they're telling you it's coming. That's for the future. And I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So pay attention. And you know what? This reading alone could also be part of that process. They're giving you the heads up. So you need to pay attention to it. Okay, my Aries friends? Pretty cool. I mean, this reading sort of, it makes total sense the way it came across. I could almost call it rags to riches, It's like something bad happened in the past and you're having this rebirth and everything is going to be fine. All right. Just don't mess up the future. You got that ace. All right. The next sign is for my Taurus friends. All right. Let me just put down the time here. So Taurus, past, present, and future. 3 major arcana cards to give the past, present, future for my Taurus friends. So, Taurus, Spirits, Angels, Universe, for my Taurus friends, what major arcana card represents the past? Okay. You got the Moon. Mysterious Moon. All right, what card from the major arcana represents the present? Okay, you got the Magician. Manifesting your desires. And what do we have for the future for my Taurus friends? What does the future hold for my Taurus friends from this Friday the 13th of September 2019? Okay, the cards are acting kind of weird again, so if you watch my readings, that means something important is trying to come out. That's what that means to me. Oh, wow. Taurus, you got the Sun. Everything is just hunky-dory wonderful. All right, just to clarify these cards for the past, present, future, let's go through the minor arcana to give us a little bit more detail. What minor arcana card for my Taurus friends watching gets, do they get from the minor arcana cards to fill in for that Moon card? Not fill in, but add additional information to that Moon card. All right, come on, cards. Don't play games with me today. All right. Here. Oh, ow! Card just flew out, almost landed on the floor. Okay. You got the 4 of Pentacles to go with the Moon. All right. What represents the present to go along with that Magician, that magical Magician for my Taurus friends? Okay. 5 of Cups. Okay. Oh, I see. I think I know where this is going. All right, and the future. Future for my Taurus friends. All right, you got the 2 of Wands to go along with that Sun. I would have been happy if you got an Ace, but we didn't. And I say we because I'm a Taurus. Okay, what angelic message do we have for my Taurus friends for around this time, Friday the 13th of September 2019, and near future maybe, or additional information? Wow, you got the same exact card that Aries got. It happens. It happens. You got the Adriana card. Okay, so let's see. You got that Mysterious Moon card, which can be a cloudiness in the past. You didn't know what direction to go in. It's kind of dim and dark. It can be... it's also a type of card where you trust your intuition, but there could be unseen problems, like things that you didn't realize were a problem, but they were. So that's the past. Kind of dark, kind of mysterious, unforeseen problems. So again, kind of like Aries, the past wasn't that clear. It's almost like you were in a fog. It's like you're in the dark and you just don't know which way to go. You're trying to follow your intuition, and you've got this guy here. You've got the 4 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is usually money or material things. The 4 of Pentacles is talking about greed or the desire, and I think that's what this is: desire for money in the future, because you want to be stable. He's holding on to that pentacle, and he doesn't want to let it go. It's like, I need to be stable. But things were kind of murky. And I think in previous readings, and if you look around, cross-watch with other channels and stuff, Taurus, we've been through a lot. There's been a lot of mystery. There's been a lot of instability. You just look around. It's just something that's been going on with Taurus. And I'm a Taurus, so I understand this. I'm looking for full-time work, and I've got my name out in several different places. And it's the last several months has been just like up and down, and which way do I go? And I know there's other Tauruses that are also having like weird things going on, and it's just like their life has been turned upside down and sideways, and you think things are going to get better, and then they just sort of stay the same. Good friend of mine's a Taurus, and it's the same thing, it's just things going on. And you want things to be stable, and they just weren't. But now, present, you got the Magician. He's got everything. He's got the wand, he's got the sword, he's got the pentacle, he's got the cup. He's the mix master, as I like to say. And he can manifest whatever he wants out of those other cards, out of those other items, the other suits, and create stuff. Turning visions into reality. Making things happen. Focused creativity, focused energy with that Magician. And I think that's what's going on with my Taurus friends. We're finally starting to get focused, right? And it's just like, okay, enough of this murkiness and being unstable and wanting this in the past. We're going to make it happen. Now, we've also got here the Five of Cups. And look at it. It's the 3 cups that are spilled over and the 2 cups that are up. And the person is like paying more attention to those cups that have spilled over and not any attention to the 2 cups that are upright, that are perfectly fine with that 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is talking about loss, regret, feeling abandoned, unloved, that kind of stuff. And I know that will resonate with some Taurus people out there. So I think the message here is we are the magicians. You Taurus people, you're the magicians. Pick yourself up. Manifest what you want. All the tools are now in front of us. Look at this Magician. He's got everything. Let me just sort of lean over here. There we go. He's got the cup. He's got the sword. He's got the wand. He's got it all. The sword. He's got everything. It's right there in front of him. There's no need to be crying over spilt milk and worrying about what's not right. Move forward. You can manifest what you need to manifest, and everything is going to be okay. Because look what we have for the future. It doesn't get any better than this. The sun. The sun. I mean, there it is. The sun will shine on you, This is the card that talks about material happiness, joyous outcome, success. Everything is turning in your favor, Tauruses. I hope I'm a Taurus. I hope this works out because we are the magicians. Taurus is the magician in this read. You got all the tools. You can make it happen, and you can have the sun. Everything. Success, wealth, happiness. And to clarify this, you've got this Two of Wands. Now, the twos can talk about duality, making a choice, that kind of thing. But look at this guy. I also go with just the picture itself. He's got the whole world in his hands. Just look at that. He's holding the globe there. You're going to have the whole world in your hands. Now, generally, that Two of Wands is talking about waiting for results. Like it's coming. And it's going to come, too. That's the thing. It could also be you need to make a choice. Twos themselves, are about choices. This way or that way, one or the other, whatever. It can also point to travel plans because, he is looking out over the water. Maybe he's getting ready to take a little trip. A worldly trip, maybe move or something like that. This is pointing toward maybe new career, a new goal, a new chapter in your life. Maybe you do have to move and travel. You have to travel and move. But you're going to have the world in your hands. I'm going with that visualization because there he is. He's looking out. He's got his wands there. They're sprouting too. You notice that? They're not empty. They got little sprouts on them. So that's also pointing towards something new and something good, a new beginning, and holding the world up there. So you got the world in your hands, and you're going to have the sun shining on you, my Taurus friends. So if things have been kind of murky and unstable and you want to hold on to that pentacle, it's like, I want stability. And now, you've got all the tools. You have the wherewithal to do this and create this. You won't have to worry about the spilt milk. You don't have to worry about what you don't have, because there are cups that are there. They're upright. Don't focus on what you don't have when you have things right there. And I could argue, don't think about the past. Because if you're coming out of this, of course you're going to think, oh, it's just really easy to think that way. My Taurus friends, it's just really easy to sit there and say, things haven't been so good. It's been murky. It's been, not lucky. I'm unstable. I want to hold on to my pentacle because, I want things to be stable, but they're not. Everything's sort of unclear. And you're still in that mode. It's just like, nothing is going to get better. You're just focusing on the negative. And I will admit I've been doing that too. But we are the magicians. That's what the angels, the universe, the spirits are telling us. We've got all the tools right there in front of us, and we should pay attention to them. Maybe that's what those 2 cups are. Those 2 cups are little magic wands and stuff. We need to pay attention to those because we can manifest whatever we want. And the future holds the sun, and we will have the world. So, that leads us to the angel card. And you got the same one the Aries card, the Aries sign got. But look at this. It's the exact same thing. The angels are leading us. And I'm going to repeat the message. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. The spirits and angels are telling us, just let us lead you. We're leading you to the sun. This is past, present, future. Things were not so great. You've been praying, you've been hoping, like, I hope things get better. I want things to... And this could be relationships too. It's kind of like work, career oriented, but this could be social life. This could be love. Things were just not that great, but you can find the right person. Stop paying attention to the failures of the past, those cups that are falling over. And in the future, you're going to have success. You're going to be possibly married, maybe starting a new family, maybe, moving to a new home or whatever, travel, and you're going to start a new life or whatever. Whatever it is, the angels are saying, please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. That's what Adriana, the angel, is saying. And I am leading you toward the answer to your prayer. So what you've been asking for is coming. Just follow along, and you will be in the sun. Really nice, Taurus. Nice message there. Get out of that mode of the past and move on to sit out there in the sun where everything is just good. There's nothing bad about the sun. It's just, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything is just good. And you're going to be happy. And it's going to last a really, really long time, too. That's what I'm getting. This is like your future, the sun. Beautiful, beautiful energy. All right. So thank you, spirits and angels, for my Taurus friends, and hopefully myself, too, right? All right, let me just put these cards back where they belong. All right, so now we move on to Gemini. My Gemini friends for the past, present, and future. All right, spirits and angels, please come forward. What do we have for the past, present, future for my Gemini friends? Okay, well, that's interesting. For the past, from the major arcana, you got the Magician. What do we have for the present for my Gemini friends? What major arcana card? Okay, I guess this is the one, right? You have the High Priestess. And what for my Gemini friends represents the future from the major arcana? Okay, this one. All right, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Nice one. All right, to clarify these, or give us a little bit additional information for my Gemini friends, what do we have for the minor arcana cards for the past from this Friday the 13th with a full moon in September 2019. Okay. You got the Two of Pentacles. What do we have for the present for my Gemini friends? All right. Come on, cards. Something going to pop here? Okay, this card wants to sort of hang out there. So you got the Three of Cups. And for the future, from this Friday the 13th with a full moon, from the minor arcana cards to give us a little bit more... Ooh, well, that card went flying, that's for sure. You got the Queen of Wands. Okay. Now let's see what angelic message do we have for my Gemini friends that may be watching and want to know about the past, present, and future. Alright, let's try this again. These cards are like flying all over the place. Alright, here we go. Alright, the cards are acting flaky, which again means to me that an important message is trying to come out. Alright, you got the Leela card. Alright, let's just put this over here. Okay, so your past, you've got the Magician, which has come up for my Taurus friends recently, the previous sign for the present, but you're the Mix Master. You've got all the tools you need, my Gemini friends, in the past. You can manifest whatever you want, inspired, creativity, focused energy. You can create whatever you want. Now, you do have the Two of Pentacles there. And twos usually mean a choice or duality, something like that. The Two of Pentacles is talking about two choices in particular. Weighing options, maybe. Multitasking. So maybe you've been very busy in the past and you're making decisions, or you made a decision, an important decision that you manifested. You wanted something and it happened. You made the choice. So that's the past. So you're not making a choice, you made a choice, or you were making a lot of choices in the past and hopefully you were in the right direction. Now, for the present, you've got this High Priestess card. And the High Priestess, she's kind of like a queen there. She does have that moon there at her feet, which, you know, the moon card is kind of mysterious, kind of murky. Things are not clear. And I'm getting, like, in the present that moon is there for a reason for you. But the High Priestess is talking about being secretive. She is herself a mysterious type of person. She trusts herself, and you should trust yourself. Follow your intuition. Don't blindly get into things, because you also have one of the party cards, Three of Cups. I call it the party card because look how happy that card is with the Three of Cups. So follow your intuition, all that, because you're also going to be currently having celebrations with maybe friends, maybe partying with friends. And also, they're kind of like your close friends are your little circle of friends. They can support you. So if there's anything that's a little bit mysterious and you're wondering about following your intuition, like, is this the right choice? Is that not the right choice? Maybe your friends can help you out. I mean, the past looks pretty good. I mean, you manifested something. You had creative energy. So wherever you're at now, you're not in a bad place, I don't think. But maybe there's some things that are a little bit cloudy and mysterious to you. Maybe you found out about a secret or something, or you're holding a secret that maybe you should let go. Maybe you need to tell somebody something. and maybe your friends can help you out. And it's going to be good. They're happy. So this is not like an earth-shattering type of decision or whatever to make. It's just something you should, and you can get some advice from friends, or just go out with friends and enjoy yourself with that little group. Yeah, I'm not picking up anything earth-shattering with that. Now, for the future, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. I mean, it is the Wheel of Fortune because you're going to be the beneficiary of fortune. It could literally be money coming in. You maybe are going to go gambling or something and you're going to win. It means specifically the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. Or whatever's going on with this decision, is the cloudiness or whatever, it's going to turn in your favor. Everything's going to be fine with that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's all I'm picking up is good fortune, and it's going to be a positive turning point for you. And you also have this very beautiful Queen of Wands. And look, there's that circular pattern behind her, the sun, and that sunflower there, and her that she's holding there, or that flower there. It's round, like a wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. So I think, it's just it's clarifying and enhancing that whole idea of the circle, and it's turning in your favor. But she is a queen, and queens are good. Queens are very sure of themselves. Obviously, they're the queen, right? So, I look at that card, and it's a very earthy type of card, and the colors are very, very nice with the Queen of Wands. She herself represents a feisty type of person, but like I said, she's confident, she's self-assured, and I think that's you, my Gemini friends. That represents you. You're sure of yourself. You have confidence. And things are going to be turning in your direction for the future. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. You're going to be fine. You're going to become that queen who's able to sit on her throne and just be content and sure of herself. Now, that said, you have the Leela Angel card. And Leela says, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So I think this is calling back to the present. Whatever this is, whatever's going on here, maybe you need support from friends, or you just need to have a little celebration with friends. Maybe something good is happening or just happened or is about to happen. You need to take some time out and just sort of relax in nature, and kind of like what this queen is doing. She's out there outside. She got the flower there, and she's just content. She's sitting there. She's spending time alone in nature, meditating about her desires. That's what this card is saying. Maybe you need to do that, and maybe that can help you get a little bit more clarity. Maybe that'll help you get that wheel to turn for the future. And so she also says, ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. And I think that's throwing back to this a little bit of negative feelings. And again, I'm not thinking this is anything earth-shattering or big. I think this is minor, and you can get through it very easily because the future is going to be great. But just ask the angels for help, and just relax, sit out, take a walk in the park, that kind of thing, out in nature, breathe some fresh air, and ask the angels for help. And they're going to guide you in the right direction. They always do, and you just need to allow that to happen. All right, my Gemini friends. So that's what we got for you for past, present, and future. All right, let's put these cards back where they belong. Very, very nice there for my Gemini friends. Remember, you are the magician. You had that in the past. You can still manifest things. I just got that. You can still manifest things. All right. Sorry for the noise in the background. Truck going by. Next is Leo. I'm sorry, Cancer. We'll get to Leo next. Cancer, my Cancer friends. All right. Spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What major arcana card represents the message they need to know for the past? What represents the past for my Cancer friends? What is going on with the cards today? You're doing a repeat of Gemini, it looks like. We got the Magician again. Well, it happens. What about the present for my Cancer friends? What major arcana card represents the message you have for the present for my Cancer friends that are watching for this special reading for Friday the 13th of September 2019? What represents the present for my Cancer friends? Okay. Yeah, we are getting some repeats here. You got the Death card. And what represents the future for my Cancer friends out of the major arcana cards? I just shuffled them again. There's not that many major arcana cards, so, you know, you're bound to get repeats, but it's interesting they've happened like this. What message is for my Cancer friends for the future? All right, this is the card that wanted to pop in. Okay, it's popped again, but this time for the future for you guys. You got the Mysterious Moon. Woo! Okay, let's get some clarification on these cards. I'm going to shuffle the minors. And what represents the clarification for the minor cards for my Cancer friends for the past? Okay. 8 of Cups. What represents the present for my Cancer friends? You got the King of Wands. Well, we didn't get the Queen this time. We got the King. And what represents, okay, the future is the Knight of Swords charging in there. And what is the angelic message for my Cancer friends for around this time of Friday the 13th of September 2019? What would you like them to know? All right, you've got the Caressa card, the cycles. All right. So let's see. The past, you got the Magician. So in the past, you were able to manifest things. The Magician's got all the tools. I call him the Mix Master. He's got the, you know, he's got the sword. He's got the cup. He's got the wand. He's ready for action. You know, he can do anything. He's got the pentacle too. So he can mix and match and manifest whatever he wants. Focused creativity, representing the past for you. So my Cancer friends, looks like you were busy creating stuff in the past. And this could be far in the past or more recently, but in the past. You've also got one of these darker cards with the moon up there, the 8 of Cups. And there's the 1 cup that's up there in the sky and the 7 cups down there at the bottom. And that mysterious moon, and you've got the moon here for the future too. The 8 of Cups itself is talking about withdrawal, retreat. You're moving away. You're abandoning stuff. So maybe with this manifestation, like you were the Mix Master, maybe you made a mistake and you had to leave something, or you left something to create something new. Actually, that's what's coming in. You had to abandon something and leave it behind because you wanted to create something new. And in the process of doing that, that leads to the present where you've got the Death card. And that's about, you know, a rebirth, actually. We won't focus on the death part because there is that light in the background. I always say these dark cards always have light in the background. Death has to happen. It's not like actual death. Something ends and then there's a rebirth. Something new rises to take its place. Kind of like the Tower, but not quite. Death is part of the natural process. Something has to end, and it's going to end. And it could be causing some sorrow. Whatever you abandoned and it ended because you manifested something else. That was death in the present. It ended. But now you're going to that light in the background. So maybe there was some sad thoughts. Maybe you were distraught about whatever you left. But it's over. It's done. It died. You're moving on to the next thing. And then you've got that king. The King of Wands sitting out there on his throne. And the kings are the masters. So it's good to be the king because you are the master of whatever. And the King of Wands is someone who is a bold leader, can be courageous, a charming person. And I think this is you, my Cancer friends, man or woman, it doesn't matter. I think you are the leader. You manifested this, whatever it was in the past. You walked away from something else. You left something. It ended. You had death. And maybe you lost some friends, maybe colleagues. Maybe this is a relationship. You manifested, you wanted something better, and you got it. But the past is, it's over. It's done. It's dead. And you are the leader. So, where does this lead? To the future. And you got the mysterious moon card. This could be a caution. I like to think, when we get the cards and the messages for the future, when it's specifically representing the future, it's telling us something that we should be aware of. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be a heads up type thing. There could be some mystery in the future with that moon card. The moon itself is also possibly looking at unseen problems, or a change that you need to do on your own, a voluntary change. You should also trust your instincts, like that little voice in the back of your head that's telling you, yeah, you should do this, or no, you really shouldn't do this. You should follow that, because that may be more clear than the murkiness and mystery around you. So, you're the leader. This could be a heads up that there may be a little bit of trouble coming up. I'm thinking this is not earth-shattering. This is not a big deal. Now, you've also got this Knight of Swords. And the knights sometimes just sort of stroll in, or they're just standing there. The Knight of Swords comes charging in with his sword. And I consider the knights messengers. I know the pages are supposed to be messengers, but I also see the knights as messengers. And in this case, they're giving us a message for the future. And the message for the future. The Knight of Swords is a fast-talking person. So maybe you're going to deal with somebody who's going to tell you something that you need to pay really close attention to. He can also represent a lifestyle change, like something is going to change. And I think this is you, my Cancer friends. You're going to make a change. Maybe this is a move or something like that, or a slight adjustment in your career. But I think you are still the leader, and maybe this is a movement upward, like you're going to be, maybe you're not a leader now, but in the future you're going to be, because you are the leader in the present. And it's going to lead to that. And maybe that's going to cause a little bit of concern for you and a little bit of stress. But you can do it. Because this knight is charging in and saying, change. And it's probably going to work out for the better. Now, this is where our angel card can sometimes help out. And I think in this case it does. You got the Caressa card. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So, maybe that's what this is about. You are a leader. Your past, whatever this was, ended. It died. Because you are a leader. You moved on. Let it go. Move forward. And maybe you've got something even bigger coming. You're at the end of a cycle in your life. So that could be this. This could be present. This cycle is over. You're going to move forward. Or this could be the end of this cycle. Like maybe you got a promotion or something, and that previous cycle is now over. You need to move forward and charge ahead and not be caught up in this moon energy. Follow your instincts, follow your gut, and everything's going to be fine. Because this card says it. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Now, what's interesting is this says happiness awaits you now, not happiness awaits you in the future or happiness awaits you, period. It's happiness awaits you now. So this is now. They're telling you it's awaiting you right now. So you need to charge forward, be that knight, and find that happiness. And I think the spirits and angels are guiding you, and they're giving you the heads up about this so that you trust your instincts and your intuition. That's what I'm picking up from this. They're giving you the heads up, my Cancer friends. All right. There you go. Let's put these cards back where they belong. Be sure not to mix up the major and the minors. I know a lot of people do, but I keep them separate for a reason. That's the way I roll. Okay, next sign up is finally my Leo friends. All right, Leo. Just write the time down there. Leo, for this past, present, future reading for this Friday the 13th of September 2019. All right. Shuffle these cards up. Spirits and angels, universe, please come forward. What card from the major arcana only is the main message for my Leo friends to represent the past? All right, you got the Hangman. Don't worry, you're not going to be hanging. All right, what do we have for the present for my Leo friends? All right, you got the Lovers. Is there romance going on? Partnership? Something like that? What represents the future for my Leo friends? Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Pretty nice. Wheel turns in your favor. Lucky card. All right, let's get some clarification from the minor cards for my Leo friends. And I'm going to shuffle these again. Okay. What represents the past to go along with the Hangman for my Leo friends? All right, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to do this a little bit differently for my Leo friends. So you got the Hangman. And the Hangman, he's hanging upside down to get a different perspective. He's seeing things a little bit different. He also represents wisdom, self-sacrifice, and again, you know, the different perspective because he's hanging there upside down. So that's the past. So that's what the spirits are saying, my Leo friends, that you got a different perspective on something in the past. That's what's really coming through here on this. And you've got this Ten of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are material things or money, and this is the 10. This is the end of that suit. So you've completed the Pentacles, and it's the happy family. The Ten of Pentacles points toward maybe getting an inheritance, getting some money, leaving a legacy for yourself, because you've completed. So now you're concerned with the future and how you're remembered and the material things that you will leave behind. So maybe that's the case. It could also point to retirement with the Ten of Pentacles, or just leaving something. Something worked out really well, and you're just moving on to the next thing with the Ten of Pentacles. You know, that's the message I sometimes get with that. It does point to financial security. So in the past, my Leo friends, maybe you've gotten a job or something, and it's just very secure. It's very good. Nothing to worry about. You're worried about, you're thinking about retirement, like you're able to save. That, so you're thinking about that. Even if you're a young person, if you've gotten a really good job or you're in a really good situation, instead of thinking about or worrying, you're just content, and you're more concerned with okay, what am I going to leave behind? What am I going to do for my future, for the retirement? That kind of stuff. So everything is just good. Now, the present, you've got the Lovers, which could talk about love, finding your soulmate. You know, they call them twin flames now. That's the latest catchphrase. But unity, partnerships, it could be. Let's see what the minor arcana has for my Leo friends to go along with that Lover card for the present. Oops. Okay. You've got the Nine of Swords, kind of a spooky card. Look at that. Person laying in bed's got the swords over them. I don't think this is all doom and gloom, but the Nine of Swords is talking about having nightmares and some anxiety. Could be some depression, like you're just like stressed out. And maybe everything is going so well, and maybe you got a new relationship or a new partnership, and that can lead to anxiety or even depression. Maybe it could be things are going so well at work, you know, with that Ten of Pentacles there in the past. Your relationship is suffering, and you've got, you know, your soulmate or your twin flame or whatever, and you're not spending as much time with them as you would like because you're wrapped up in work. I'm getting that. And that's something you can fix. But this could also just mean general anxiety or stress. And that's present. So maybe you're just really, really busy and you need to, you know, take some more time for yourself. Maybe take a vacation that you haven't taken in a long time. Maybe you've got vacation time and you haven't used it. I understand that. So things like that, my Leo friends. But otherwise, everything looks pretty good. I mean, with the Lovers there. So let's see what the future holds. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which talks about the wheel turning in your favor, maybe gambling luck or money coming in, or just in general, things are turning in your favor. And you've also got, from the Minor Arcana card, the Ace of Cups, which is a gift. Is this what happened with the earlier sign? What was it, Aries or Taurus? Something like that. Did those cards come out together before? I'll have to go back and look. But you got the Ace, which is a gift. The Ace of Cups, you know, is talking about a new relationship. So maybe that's tied in with your Lovers there in the present. It could also represent a proposal or marriage. So maybe that's what this is leading to. The luck is on your side. Things are going to turn in your favor. Marriage, proposal. Maybe that's, you know, that makes total sense with that Ace of Cups. It could also point to a new baby. Little baby coming. Maybe you're going to find out you're pregnant. And this could be man or woman. You know, if you're the woman, you're going to find out you're pregnant. If you're the man, you're going to find out you're going to be a dad. And that's what you're planning for. And it's a happy type of energy. And you've got the luck on your side. The wheel has turned in your favor. So whatever this is, the stress that's going on right now, and maybe that's what this is. Maybe you're stressed out because you're worried about this romance. Maybe you're worried you can't have children, something like that. Or you're stressed out because you're waiting for that question to be popped. And it's like, oh, when is he or she finally going to ask the question? Or is he or she going to say yes? But I think this is all going to turn out for the better. And you've got the Lovers card in the present. So I think maybe that's what this is all about, my Leo friends. I think this is about everything is just going really good. And now your home life, your love life is going to be taking a turn for the better. Or if you're already in a relationship, already married, maybe you're going to find out there's a little one coming. And your cup's going to runneth over, as they say. You know, good news. So there you go, my Leo friends, for past, present, and future. All right, let's get these cards away. Oh, I'm sorry, Leo. I forgot to get you your angel card. How could I forget to do that? So to go along with everything, let's see what the angel message is for my Leo friends. So hope you didn't tune away. What angelic message do we have for my Leo friends? And this card literally fell out of the deck and landed on the floor, so hang on. All right. And you got the Ariel card. This one's been popping a lot lately. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Maybe that'll help you out with that little bit of stress that you got with those swords there in the reading. But there you go. So follow your intuition, follow the guidance of your spirits, and it's telling you that, study that. If you're getting these feelings and ideas that you think are messages from the cosmos, from the universe around us, from your spirits and angels, prayer, meditation, maybe go sit out in the park or something and enjoy the nature and tune into that energy. It works for me, I can tell you. So, and new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. So there you go. Keep that in mind, my Leo friends. Now we move on to Virgo. All right, Virgo for past, present, and future. From the major arcana cards. Spirits, angels, universe, please come forward for my Virgo friends. What major arcana card represents? I'm getting a weird feeling here. Instead of shuffling the cards and waiting for one to pop, I'm actually being guided to spread the cards out and just pick one. I don't know why, but I'm going to do that for my Virgo friends. Okay, the past, you have strength. And while I have these cards out in my hand, I'm going to pull another one, which is for your present. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. You're strong. And you've got the wheel turning in your favor. And for the future, you got the Lovers. How do you like that? Looks nice. Let's get some clarification from the minor cards now. Should I do this, or should I just spread them out and pick one for my Virgo friends? All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So for the past, you've got the Eight of Swords. Two of them flipped out, but it was like one, and then the other one was like flipped sideways. So one's for one, one's for the other. So you got the Eight of Swords, and you've got the Knight of Cups, sort of prancing in. And what represents the future for my Virgo friends? Okay. And you've got the Nine of Wands for the future. And let's see what angelic message we've got for my Virgo friends. All right, this card sort of flipped over and wound up going back into the deck, but I got it. You got the Francesca card, the What Do You Desire card. Okay. So you got the Strength card for the past. And the Strength card is talking about strength. You know, you obviously you got to have some strength to have, and courage to open a lion's mouth like that. It's also talking about being respectful. You know, courage, being respectful. Also can talk about unconditional love or self-love. So you're happy, you're content with yourself. Now you've also got this card. And this is the past. That Eight of Swords. This is that woman who's got the blindfold on and the very loose wrappings there. She could easily wiggle those things off, take that blindfold off. She is not being held hostage by those swords. It's all in her head. She thinks she is because she's got the blindfold on. She doesn't realize that there's light in the background. It's not all dark. So this is the past. So hopefully you took the blindfold off and got those loose wrappings off of you, because you're not being held hostage or imprisoned by anyone but your own mind. Now, this you got that Strength card, which is wisdom, strength, courage. So I think you did take the blindfold off. I think you did get out of that mindset that things are not right with those swords. This is all in your head. The Eight of Swords. That it's not real. It's made up by you in the Eight of Swords. You felt, because this is the past, restricted in some way. But again, it was all on yourself. Just take that blindfold off. And I think you did. And when you did, the wheel turned in your favor. You got the Wheel of Fortune, which could be money coming in, a gambling win, a lottery, something like that. Or just in general, the wheel turned in your favor. Things got better. So whatever you were stressed out about and it was all in your head, the wheel turned, because in the present, that's where you are. Everything is getting better. Now you've got this knight, the Knight of Cups. Some of them come charging in like the swords. Some of them just sort of sit there like, here I am. And this one's sort of prancing in, the Knight of Cups. And he's carrying that cup. I always see him as like, he's got the cup and he's ready to give it to you. And that's the message. He has a cup he wants to give you. I know the pages are supposed to be the messengers, but I also see knights as messengers. And the Knight of Cups is talking about someone who can be your Prince Charming or princess. Romance, proposals. So if this wasn't work related, this could be relationship. Maybe you were stressed out because of a bad relationship or a relationship that you didn't know what direction it was going in. But in the present, there's your prince or princess charming that has come forward. The wheel has turned in your favor. This is kind of like a love reading, because look what you have next for the future. You've got the Lovers. So that's what I'm picking up here. Prince or Princess Charming has come into the scene in the present, and it's going to lead to the Lovers for the future. Unity, working together. It's love, in its purest form. That's what I'm picking up here. So the wheel has turned in your favor. This relationship or past relationship that ended, and you were stressed out about it, the wheel turned. Or maybe you were, I'm also picking up this idea that maybe you thought bad about somebody, your significant other. Like you thought something was going on that you had hoped wasn't, and it turned out it wasn't, and it stressed you out, but it was all in your head. What you were accusing or you thought of someone else that was wrong was all in your head, and you found out that it wasn't true. And it was almost like, and that's the past, the wheel turned in your favor and you realized, no, what you thought was not true. It's like a cheating type thing. What you thought was wrong was not. That was all in your head. And there's your Prince or Princess Charming just right there saying, here I am. There was nothing wrong. That was all in your head. And it's going to lead to maybe a proposal, marriage, lovers, unity, working together. And you've also got the Nine of Wands. Now the Nine of Wands, this could be unrelated or it could be related. The Nine of Wands is talking about you're setting up a boundary. It's like he's making a fence there. You set up a boundary. Now, this could be with work. This could be what I'm actually getting is you're setting up a boundary in yourself that you don't go back to this. Or this is somebody new that has come in, and that's the past. You had the courage to walk away from that because it was causing you stress and anxiety. Your new Prince or Princess Charming has come in on their horse, carrying that cup, saying, here I am, here's my gift. It's going to lead to love, but you're guarded because you don't want to get back to that point. And since the future cards, if you're watching all of this, the future I do see is like a heads up. Like sometimes the spirits and angels just want us to know something to keep in mind. And maybe it could be something we should do or shouldn't do because we do have free will and they're just giving us a heads up. You're guarding yourself because you don't want to repeat the problems of the past. But maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe this is supposed to be good. You don't need to be as guarded. You don't need to have those boundaries up like, I don't want to go through this again. And you're actually going to sabotage a good thing. Now, this has to do with work. Maybe this is a partnership with someone else or a partnership with another company or something. Maybe you do need to be guarded. Maybe it is something that seems too good to be true and you just need to be cautious. Now, that's where the angel card comes in because you got Francesca, which says, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So you are the one, my Virgo friends. You have the strength. And what you desire, you can visualize it and it will come about. And don't be negative. And don't let yourself fall back into that head game that you have with yourself here. Something that's not real. Don't trap yourself again. And this will all work out. And that Lover's card is there for a reason. That Lover's card is there to tell you that there's something good there. It's either love or a good partnership, unity, working together, that kind of stuff. It's there. Either you should be guarded and careful, or they're telling you you don't need to be. You don't have to be that. Because if you look at these two cards, they look similar. This is imprisonment in your head. This is being guarded. And maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't be. They look very, very similar. But this card is light. That card is dark with light in the background. And that's the swords. That's like imprisonment. This is just putting up a fence. You know, you're behind bars here in your head. This is just a little fence. It's not really doing that much, is it? You could knock that down really easily. So I think that's the message that's going on here, my Virgo friends. And you can make whatever you want. As long as you're positive, you can visualize it and make it happen. All right. There you go, my Virgo friends. Hopefully your future is good. Little cautionary note there. Okay. Let's get these cards away and move on to the next, which is for my Libra friends. Write this down. Libra for past, present, and future. Okay, let me just shuffle these cards up. For spirits and angels, please come forward. Please tell us what message you have for the past from this Friday the 13th with a full moon. All right, the past. You've got the card that you want to have for the present or the future, but you got it for the past. We'll see what happens. You got the sun for the past. Everything is hunky-dory, wonderful, great. What do you have for the present for my Libra friends? Okay, well actually this may work out rather nicely. This card's got some dirt on it, so let me just take that off. You've got the Fool. Everything was great in the past. Starting something new now. New beginning. Let's see what the future holds for my Libra friends that watch the channel. Okay. You got the Hermit for the future. Let's get some clarification from the minor deck. Spirits, angels, please come forward. What message do you have for my Libra friends for the past to go along with the sun? Okay. Let's see here. These cards are not playing nice. I'm going to shuffle them one more time. Okay. All right. Past for my Libra friends. All right. So you've got the Seven of Cups to go with the sun. For the past. Decisions, but everything came out all right. What do we got for the present for my Libra friends? And this card, I guess, is the one. Ooh, you've got an ace, the gift from the universe, the swords. Do we got surgery coming up or something being cut out? And the future. To go along with the Hermit. Okay, this one. Two of Pentacles. Decisions. Okay. And what angelic message do we have for my Libra friends? Okay, Serena, money card. Okay. So let's see. Past. Everything is just great. Got the Sun. I mean, best card you can get. You know, the Sun card's talking about abundance, happiness. Everything is just great. I mean, you want that for the present or the future, but you got it in the past. Joyous outcome to something. So whatever, could be work, could be getting married, anything like that in the past. And for you, everything was great. Now, you've also got, you know, this, I call it the decisions card. The Seven of Cups. You got all those cups, and they've all got something in them. Something different. So the Seven of Cups is talking about having too many choices sometimes. You can't commit yourself to something because you're concerned with so many different things. The guy's looking around. He's dealing with all of those cups and all of those different things. He can't commit to one of them. Like, he can't figure out which one is most important. So, while everything seemed to be good in the past, maybe there was some indecision. And that could be deciding, like, do I want to stay where I am? Do I want to move? Do I want to change my job? Everything seems to be great, but maybe I want to change. You know, whatever. Could be home life. A lot of decisions. But then, for the present, you've got the Fool. And the Fool is number 0 in the major arcana. It's the beginning. He offers fresh hope. He's going out on a trip. He's got his little bag. Not much care. He's not carrying a lot of stuff. It's just like he just gathered what he needed for that moment in time and went forward. And I think that represents you, my Libra friends. For present time, you're deciding to just throw everything away. I mean, things are still good. I don't think this is wasted, but you're happy. But you just decided, like, you know, I'm just going to start something new. Maybe this is you're going to start your own work, like start your own company, or a new relationship, or something new. You're just going to go and start something new. You're going to take a chance. And you're going to be adventurous. You're just going to say, you know what? I can and I am. You know, I can do this and I'm going to do this. Everything's okay. I just feel compelled to go on this new adventure. Then you've got that Ace of Swords, which aces are always the gifts. And the Ace of Swords is talking about a new idea. Could be a new conflict or surgery. But it also is mental clarity, like things are clear in your head. And I think with that Fool, that's what's going on. It's clear in your head. You've just decided, I'm going to go on this new adventure. I'm going to go on to the next chapter in my life. And it's unscripted, but I'm perfectly happy. I've got the money. I've got the wherewithal to do this. And I'm just moving on, my Libra friends. And again, it points to new ideas, which is what the Fool is all about. You know, both cards are talking about a new idea, fresh hope, starting something new. So that's what that's all about. So, Libra friends, if this is your message, and you've just started something new, or you're thinking about it, just know the universe is giving you that ace. It's a gift. The Ace of Swords. Now this could be, you know, that could be pointing to medical. It could be surgery. And maybe you're going to take that leap of faith and say, I'm going to be the Fool. You know, this doctor, that doctor recommends I need this surgery. I've been putting it off, but I have the money. You know, I've made a lot of different decisions. I've had a lot of decisions thrown in my face for this medical procedure. But, you know, it seems like surgery is the way to go. I was thinking about trying all these different things, but the universe is now saying, and if this is you, Libra, if this is you who needs the surgery, or a possibility, that may be the gift from the universe. Like, you've had different options. You're fine. You're happy. But it's like this little thing that, maybe it's a surgery that you could put off, or you've been, contemplating, like, I'm in a little bit of pain. I'm happy, successful, everything is good, but, I've got this little twinge, I've got this little issue, and one of the options is surgery, and, I just don't want to spend the time recovering. I just want to go on with my life. Well, maybe this is saying you're going to be adventurous, or maybe you should be adventurous, or you've decided to be adventurous and say, you know what? Let's just do the surgery and get this done. And the universe is saying, this is an ace. It's going to be fine. It's the gift. Yes, you can drink the herbal teas. Yes, you can take medicine for the next 10 years, and you'll still be fine. But if you do the surgery, it's going to take care of it once and for all. Yes, you're going to have a little bit of recovery time, but that's okay. It's going to work out. It's going to take care of the problem. If this is a more dire type of situation, maybe this is the message telling you that surgery is the choice to make. So, be adventurous, be the fool, and just go out and tell all your friends and family, you know what? I'm tired of all of this other stuff. I'm tired of being sick. I want things to be good again, and get the surgery. But I'm thinking this has more to do with like a work situation. Again, these readings are for a wide audience, so it could be meaning different things to different people. I'm leaning more toward this new idea and mental clarity for that sword. But I want to give that medical thing because I think somebody out there may be in that position, or it may not even be them. It may be a loved one. So anyway, so that's the present. The future, you've got the Hermit. And the Hermit's kind of a spiritual card. The Hermit is, he's the Hermit. He's sort of to himself. He's quiet. He goes within himself for clarity. Like, he thinks about things in a deeper respect. He's looking for personal truth. And he uses the spiritual realm for illumination. He is guided by the spirits and the universe. So this could be you in the future. And you've also got a choice to make with the Two of Pentacles there. So for the future, you're going to be thinking within. So I think everything is going to work out here for, things are okay with the past. The present, you've got your idea here. The future, you'll be able to contemplate your higher purpose a little bit more. And maybe you're going to be a little bit quieter and into yourself. And with the Two of Pentacles there, again, you could be weighing many options, kind of like with all those cups in the past, multitasking, that kind of stuff, or having two main choices that you have to choose from. So I am leaning that this is more about work, fresh new start or whatever, and maybe in the future you're going to have some choices that you have to make with this new endeavor, because you are the Fool. You've just decided, I'm going to go out on this venture. I'm going to do it. You got the clarity and everything, but you're going to be presented with some choices, and maybe you need to be the Hermit and just look inwards, and you'll get the correct answer on what you should do by just settle down for a moment, stop being the Fool and just joyously moving along, and you'll have to think a little bit, like, should I do things this way or that way, or should I do this or that or the other thing? Now, this could be centered around money, because Pentacles represent material things or money, my Libra friends. And what's nice is you've got the Serena card, which is the money bags card, as I sometimes say. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So maybe what's coming up is a choice that you need to make where you're going to need some extra money. Like maybe you need to buy a storefront or buy some equipment or something, and you don't have quite enough money. Maybe you need to take out a loan, or work with somebody else, borrow or something. And so Serena's saying, if you need some money, it's going to come. So this is all going to work out, and you'll be able to make the right choice. So I think that's what's going on. I think this is tied to like business or work or something. And you know, this sounds like something really big and drastic, but it could also be on a smaller scale within a company. If you're just an employee, maybe you're going to change jobs and go out on your own and work with somebody else or a smaller place or something like that. So there's a number of different ways to look at this. Maybe by doing this, you become the fool. You're going to lose some money, but you have to do it because you just need to move on. And something good is going to come along. You're going to make the right choice, and you will have that money coming when you need it. And the universe is in charge of how that's going to happen. So I think that's what's going on here, my Libra friends. Okay. Let's put these cards back where they belong. And get ready for the next. All right. Next up is Scorpio. Scorpio. Just write down the time here. So for my Scorpio friends, spirits, angels, universe, please come forward for past, present, and future for my Scorpio friends. What message represents from the major arcana card the past? Ooh, well, I did shuffle, but you guys got the Hermit for the past. What represents the present for my Scorpio friends? Scorpio, present from Friday the 13th with the full moon for September 2019. Okay, you've got Judgment. And what represents the future for my Scorpio friends? Okay, the Chariot. Get ready to move or buy a new car or something like that. Change. Being in the spotlight too. Is that you, Scorpio? Let's see what the minor arcana cards have to say for clarification or additional message to go with those. So spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What message do you have for my Scorpio friends for the past from the minor arcana cards to go with the Hermit? Okay. Flying through the air with the Eight of Wands. What about the present for my Scorpio friends? Knight of Cups. Ah, another Knight of Cups for you guys. Bringing in that gift of the cup. All right. And finally, for the future to go along with the Chariot. All right. Sort of a dark card. Let's see what's going on here with the Five of Swords. All right. And finally, an Angel card. Angel Oracle card for my Scorpio friends for this time period, near future maybe. What angelic message do we have for my Scorpio friends? Okay. Let's shuffle these cards again. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Grace and Antoinette, which came out for the world a couple of days ago in another reading. Okay. So for your past, you've got the Hermit card, which is a spiritual type card, as I like to say. Introspective, looking inwards to find clarity. Now, this is the past. So the Hermit is, to himself or herself. Yeah, that's all I'm getting for you guys. My Scorpio friends, I'm just getting this looking into yourself for clarity, but that's the past. Like you had to find your own personal truth in the past, and you've got these wands flying through the air, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is talking about being quick and speed. You get some type of news, so it's kind of not the opposite of the Hermit, which is he's just sort of like all to himself and thinking about stuff and getting this inner clarity, whereas those wands are just like flying really fast and things are just moving along, speed, action, that kind of stuff. But it also represents some type of news that came. You were told something important. And that leads to the present, where you've got judgment. Now, that could be the cry from above, the big announcement, or judgment in your favor. But I'm getting this wake-up call, and it's about your life's purpose. So maybe you were thinking in the past, you had this introspective period of time, and then you got some news, and you had to think about that, and you had this wake-up call, which is leading into the present. And along with that, you've got, this card here, the Knight of Cups, which I do, if you watch my readings, I see the Knights as messengers. I know the pages are the messengers, but I also see the Knights as messengers. And the Knight of Cups, he's walking in with that cup. The Knight of Cups is Prince or Princess Charming. He can represent romance, or even a proposal. So maybe your wake-up call, maybe this is a romance type reading, and somebody new has come into the picture. That was the announcement. Like somebody came in and said, here I am, and you started dating or whatever. Maybe that's going to lead to a proposal. That's what's going on. Now, this could also point to work. You could look at it that way. The future, you've got the Chariot, which talks about maybe getting a new car, a new way of transportation, buying a boat or something, maybe. But it also points to change and action, which is kind of like what in the past those wands represent. You're in that chariot, you're also visible. It can also represent a journey, like you're going to take a trip somewhere. And that sort of points to the clarification card down here, which is sort of dark, but there is light in it. The Five of Swords. Now, if you look at this card, there's light up above. It's not all dark clouds. And there's light, of course, in the distance. So, the Five of Swords is this guy looking at these people off in the distance there. They're closer to the water there. The Five of Swords, and the fives themselves talk about change. And the Five of Swords, and that's what I'm getting here, there's change. The Five of Swords talks about possible bullies, abusive relationships, violence, theft. Somebody stole from you or cheated you or cheated on you. It's like I said with the other readings. The future, any cards that come out for the future, they're sort of a heads up. That's how I see them. I always see them as like a heads up, because they're telling you what could be, because we can always make changes, because we have free will. And here's what's interesting is, Prince or Princess Charming comes in. You get this wake-up call. It may seem like, ta-da, everything's going to be great. Maybe you're planning an adventure or a trip with this person that comes in. But you need to be careful. Maybe you need to go back to being the hermit and finding your inner clarity and your inner truth. Or this could just be a caution that someone's going to cross you. There's going to be theft or cheating you. Not in the romantic sense, but in the business sense. Or in some other way. Like someone's going to double cross you or bully you. Or you might be in a fight. But since you know about this, maybe you can be the hermit again, like you were in the past, and prevent that from happening. Now, this is where the angel card comes in. Because again, future It's not set in stone. They're giving you a heads up. You need to pay attention. You got Grace and Antoinette, which says, to help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So maybe this is a heads up to not fly off the handle. Maybe you need to gracefully end something. That might be what this is about. Or just see the other person's point of view with compassion. Maybe this is a case of you think something is wrong. Or maybe it is, but it's not as bad as you think. For my Scorpio friends, I'm going to go ahead and pull one more minor card for the future, just to see if there's a little bit of extra. I didn't do this with any other sign, but I'm just compelled to pull one more minor card to get a little bit additional information on having the Chariot there with those swords. I look at this card. You look at this card, and the other person, he's looking down at these people, and they're off in the distance. The other person's looking back. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. Let's see what's going on. Another clarification for my Scorpio friends. Okay. You have the Six of Pentacles. Look at that picture. There's people who are in need, and this guy is helping them because he can. You could be the person who's helping others or the person who needs help. And it's going to be good. Pentacles are material things or money. The Six of Pentacles is, you could look at it either way. You're giving or receiving money or generosity. So maybe someone's going to help you out in getting clarification on this situation, and maybe you'll be able to help them in return. Or you're going to be finding yourself in the position of the people down here, and someone will be helping you financially. And maybe that's what this theft thing is about, or you were double-crossed or done wrong, and you're going to need some help. But I think, with that respect, if that's part of this message, you shouldn't hang on to it. To help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So there may be a reason. Maybe they were in need and no one was helping them. And maybe you could have and you didn't, because you were too busy on your Chariot. It could be something like that. Again, this is future, so future's not set in stone. But something for you to keep your eye on and pay close attention to. And being the hermit in the past can actually help you in the future. So, get that inner perspective. All right, my Scorpio friends. Let's put these cards away. Or you're simply getting a new car. Maybe the old car is just not cutting it anymore. All right. Let's see here. Let's get these cards back where they belong. Next up is Sagittarius, the Archer. All right. Let's just write down the time here. All right, spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What three major arcana cards represent past, present, future for my Sagittarius friends? So we'll start with the past. What major arcana card represents the past on this Friday the 13th with a full moon, September 2019? Okay, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, yeah. Haven't seen that one yet today. He's traditional, conventional. He conforms to, the way things are. That's you, I think, my Sagittarius friends. What about the present? Status quo. That's what I'm getting for the past. Oh, did a card go flying on the floor? No, it didn't. All right. You've got the Lovers. Love coming, partnership, unity, working together. What about the future for my Sagittarius friends? The Emperor. You're going to be the Emperor? Sitting out there on your throne? Everyone's going to look at you? All right. Let's get some clarification from the minor deck. Holy Spirits, Guardian Angels, Universe, please come forward. What minor card represents the past for my Sagittarius friends? All right. The Queen of Pentacles. What about the present? Okay. You got the card that just came out for my Scorpio friends for the future, though. Five of Swords. Theft, deception, bullying. What's going on? Something freaky going on? And for the future, what is the minor card for my Sagittarius friends? Okay. The Five of Pentacles. Just go inside. The light's right there. The pentacles are right there. All right. You don't need to be there. Okay, let's see. And what angelic message do we have for my Sagittarius friends? Just shuffle these real quick. What angelic message do we have for Sagittarius for this Friday the 13th? For the full moon, 2019. For current and a little bit into the future. Okay, well, this looks like it's just a nice message from the other side. Okay. Hopefully that's meant for somebody. Okay, so you got that Hierophant energy, traditional, conformist, very middle of the road, perfectly happy. But then, you know, you're also the Queen of Pentacles, and she's sitting out there. She is so happy. Queen of Pentacles, you know, Pentacles are money or material things, and she's got everything she wants, right? She's resourceful. She can represent fertility, but she's comfortable. You know, everything is A-okay with the Queen of Pentacles. She's able to sit out there, and everything she needs is all around her. So, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. She's also a kind person. She can be very selective. She can be stylish. You know, she is the queen. So if this is you, my Sagittarius friends, you're sort of conventional, inward looking a little bit, middle of the road, but also you're just comfortable and happy. But that's the past. So everything in the past seems to be fine. Present, you got the Lovers. Could be a new love coming into your life. Could be unity, a partnership of some kind. I see with that card. But it's a very bright, happy type of card. But then you got this dark card, which does have some light up there, which is that the Swords here. And, you know, I just had this card. The Five of Swords is talking about theft, possibly violence. Did somebody cross you or is going to? Be aware of that. If this is dealing with that romance, you may be double-crossed. Maybe it's not what you think it is. Or this has something to do with someone else. Like maybe someone else is going to cross you. Be careful not to cross anyone else. Don't you be the person who's the bully, okay? And only you know if you are, if you're not. And you got to be honest with yourself. But this could point to some conflict of some kind. So if this is going on, just know that, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Things will get better, and you can change these things. You can get away from that type of energy. You can get away from somebody who's that kind of person. And for the future, you become a king. Just sitting out there. And it's the Emperor, which is the king. The Emperor is he's at the top of the food chain. The Emperor is someone who's respectful. He's a leader, strategic. Can also be a father figure. So maybe you're going to get some help or deal with a father type of figure or your own father. But I think this is you, my Sagittarius friends. I think this represents you. So for the future, you're going to have all of these good things coming to you, and you'll be able to sit on your little throne there because you are a good person. That's what I'm picking up. You will be the Emperor. And people will respect you, and you will be a good leader. Now, you've also got this sort of dark card. This is the Five of Pentacles. Now remember what I've been saying. Future is always a heads up. The Five of Pentacles is talking about poverty, ill health, getting sick, you're worried, you feel isolated. It can also represent financial loss for whatever reason. So my Sagittarius friends, I think you are the Emperor. But they're giving you a heads up that there could be a troubling time. But if you look at the picture, again, dark pictures always have the light. All these people have to do is go inside that building, and the light is inside. So you're not that far away from recovery. And maybe this has to do with this deception or theft or something. You could still be the leader. You still could be the respected person. But you could still be going through a tough time. Just know that it will pass. It's going to pass. Because the light is right there. It's literally right next to you. So that tells me that whatever is going to happen in the future, and maybe this has already started, like there's something going on, and maybe this is a partnership that's going to fall apart, maybe this is a relationship that's going to fall apart, and it's going to throw you into a financial issue. It could be that. Maybe not business, but this is a love gone sour. What you thought was really good really isn't. You're going to be deceived, and there's going to be some trickery going on that's going to wind you up here. You're going to get out of it, and everything's going to be fine, because both of these cards have light, and all the other cards have light too. So you're going to be fine. It's just something it's going to happen. It's going to pass. Again, future is a heads up, so maybe you can prevent this from happening somehow. If you think something is going sour, maybe you can prevent it from getting worse. My Sagittarius friends. Now for the Angel card, you got something that's just like out of the blue. You got the Sonia card, which is the message from the other side. So I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I'm happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So if you've been thinking about somebody on the other side, or you recently lost somebody, my Sagittarius friends, just know they are happy, at peace on the other side. They love you very much. You don't need to worry about them. So it's not related to any of this. I think this message came through for one or two of you just because that message needed to be told from Angel Sonia, that your loved one on the other side is at peace and you don't have to worry about them. So sometimes it's as simple as that. Okay, Sagittarius, thanks for watching. We put these cards back where they belong. All right. Queen of Pentacles. She looks nice there. Okay. Now the next sign is Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. All right, spirits, angels, and the universe, please come forward as I shuffle these cards. What cards from the major arcana represent the past, present, and future for my Capricorn friends? Capricorn for past. What's the past for my Capricorn friends? All right, you've got the Emperor for the past. You are the Emperor, the respected one. Everything's fine for you. Okay, so I had to do a little editing, little splicing here to get this back in. The doorbell rang, and it wasn't even important. So sorry about that, my Capricorn friends. So you've got the Emperor there, and that is your past. So let me get myself back in order here. Let's see what the spirits and angels have for the present for my Capricorn friends. Capricorn. You probably didn't notice anything because I didn't move the camera or anything like that. But yeah, the doorbell rang, and so I actually had to. I stopped the recording and then went and found that it was nothing, and then now I'm back. So what do we have, spirits and angels, for my Capricorn friends for the present? All right. And now I've got the hiccups. See that? This disrupted everything, right? Okay, you've got the Hermit card. Looking into yourself, finding your inner truth. And for the future for my Capricorn friends. The Devil card. All right, what is that talking about? All right, spirits and angels, please come forward. What do we have for the past, present, and future from the minor arcana cards that fill in the blanks? Give us a little bit more information about the past, present, and future for my Capricorn friends. What message do you have for my Capricorn friends from the minor cards for the past? You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Material things or money. What do we have for the present for my Capricorn friends to go along with the Hermit? All right, more Pentacles. You got the Eight of Pentacles. All right. We're going to have some more Pentacles for the future, and that's my question. All right, what do we have for my Capricorn friends for the future? No, you don't. You actually have... Oh, wait, you do. I thought this was a different card. You've got the Queen of Pentacles for the future. All right. And let's see what your angelic message is. For my Capricorn friends for this period of time around Friday the 13th of September 2019 with the full moon. Oh, okay. All right, you got an Archangel, Raphael, the healer. Okay. So let's see here. So you are the Emperor. That's the past, though, my Capricorn friends. The Emperor, as I like to say, is the leader. He's a father figure. He is a respectful person. He's good at strategic planning, getting things done in the proper way. And he is the Emperor. Like, you know, he's good. He gets things done. He knows what he's doing. And he is what he is. He is the Emperor. Then you've got the Knight of Pentacles. And I always say, if you pay attention to my readings, I always see the Knights as a messenger of some kind. I know the pages are. But I also see the Knights as bringing some type of message. And he's bringing you a pentacle, which is material things or money. And this is the past. The Knight of Pentacles represents a reliable type person. So I think this is you as the Emperor. Patient, a hard worker. So I think that just fits very nicely with the Emperor. You know, respectful, a good person, gets the job done, a hard worker. That's you. Now, if we go to the present, that sort of continues because you got that other Pentacles card, but you've also got the Hermit. And the Hermit is someone who's to themselves, introspective in some ways, looking for inner clarity, personal truth, that kind of stuff. So I think that's what's going on with you now, my Capricorn friends. Maybe you're looking into and finding inner truth about your own, like a family situation, work situation, or something, because you are a hard worker. You are the Emperor, and you've also got here the Eight of Pentacles, which also represents a hard worker, someone who is the master at what they're doing. So again, it's emphasizing this whole idea that you are a hard worker and you know what you're doing. That's what I'm getting here. This is definitely tied to like work. So something's going on at work. You are a leader. You're respectful. Maybe you're not the leader, like you're not the CEO, you're not the boss, but maybe you should be. And maybe you need to look inward and apply for a higher position in whatever job this is. Because with the Eight of Pentacles like that, you are the master and you enjoy what you do. That, and one of the things about some work is, people work and they just see it as like, I got to go to work, I get paid. But you enjoy what you're doing. You're a master at it and you just like whatever you're doing. It could be laborious work. It could be office work. It could be dealing with all different kinds of things. But that's part of it. Like, you actually like doing it and you're really good at it as a result. So that's your present. And maybe you should be the Emperor. Like, you are the Emperor, but you're not. And that's the past. Yeah, I'm not picking up anything else, but this is definitely work related. So maybe there's something going on at work. Maybe you're considering changing jobs or leaving where you are because you are the master, and maybe you're not getting paid enough. Maybe you're not getting the respect that you deserve. And there's another company that can use your talents and your mastery and pay you a little bit better. Maybe that's what this is about, my Capricorn friends. Now, the future, you've got the Devil card, which talks about lust, talks about being chained to something, an addiction, obsession, that kind of stuff. And like I've been saying, future cards, whenever the Spirits, Angels, Universe come forward with the future, they're also giving us a heads up because we can change things. And especially if it has to do with the devil, we can avoid it if we want to, because that's part of the whole thing with the Devil card. You don't have to be chained. You can decide to break those chains and walk away. So it could be a heads up. And I'm not getting anything more than that. You're a hard worker. You are a leader. Everything looks good for you, and you're passionate about your work. You actually enjoy it. So maybe there's something, this could be alcohol, this could be smoking, this could be gambling, something else on the side that maybe you don't realize you're becoming addicted to, and it could be lust after somebody else too. You don't realize it, but maybe in the near future or the future you will, like somebody will say like, you need to stop this. It's actually becoming a problem. And you need to pay attention to that because you can break those chains as easily as you put those chains on and became addicted. It may be difficult, but you can do it. Take that good energy of your passion, your skills and everything, and being a leader, and look inward to yourself and say, I can break those chains. And I think this card is here simply as a reminder. Maybe you need to quit smoking or drink a little bit less. You don't need to party as much or something like that because it is an addiction and you're obsessed with it. And in many cases, people who have these problems are the last ones to admit it. They're like, no, I have total control. I don't really have a problem. But everyone else says, yes, you do. That's when you need to look into yourself, find your inner truth, and say, yeah, I can beat this. I can not be this way. Now, you've also got here, for the future, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's, very content. Everything is fine. Maybe that's why you get into this obsession, because everything is just good. And you can afford gambling or alcohol or cigarettes or whatever you're obsessed with. But, addictions always become a downfall, and things can come crumbling down as a result. So, You've got that Queen of Pentacles, and she simply represents, in the basic sense, she's resourceful. She's a domestic type of person, and this could be man or woman, so it's not just her. It could be a him. She represents fertility, so maybe a baby is coming along. She's got everything she wants. She's content, and she's resourceful, so she can make things happen, and everything is good. So I think this is you, my Capricorn friends. Just don't get caught up in those chains with the devil. Now, you've also got Archangel Raphael, which is the healer card, and I think that's what this is about. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Now, I know it says physical challenges in yourself and others, but I think, and I mean, if you're sick or if you have a surgery or something that's healing or whatever, you're going to be fine. But I think, this could also be healing from the devil. You can heal from that wound of addiction. So, again, and this could be something that, a lot of people are addicted to. Alcohol, nicotine, gambling, anything like that. That you can, if you really want to, you can break those chains. You can heal from it. And I think that's what Archangel Raphael is saying, because otherwise, you're a great person. You work hard. You're good at what you do. You're a leader of some kind, or should be. So that's what I'm seeing is going on here. And you can be that queen. It could be man or woman. You could be content and have everything you need. Just heal from that little problem with the devil. That's what I'm picking up here. This is minor too. So I'm not thinking this is a really big deal, but they're giving you the heads up so that it doesn't become a big deal. All right, there you go, my Capricorn friends, for this very interesting period with the full moon on Friday the 13th. All right, let's put these away. All right. Okay, so now we move on to Aquarius. Aquarius energy. So Aquarius, spirits, angels, universe, please come forward for my Aquarius friends. What message do you have for Aquarius? For the past, from the major arcana cards. Aquarius, for this September 13th, Friday the 13th, 2019, with a full moon. What represents the past for my Aquarius friends? Okay, the star. You are the star. Wish upon a star, your dreams come true. What about the present for my Aquarius friends? What message do you have for Aquarius? Oop, oop, oop. Okay. I thought another card fell onto the floor, but it didn't. You've got Temperance. And what about the future for my Aquarius friends? Is this card? Okay. No, it's not. These cards are stuck together. Let me just shuffle them again. All right. What represents the major arcana message for my Aquarius friends for the future? Okay. Okay. Interesting. You guys got the devil. Just like Capricorn. What's going on here with that devil? He's sort of messing up everybody, isn't he? Or it, I should say. I don't consider the devil he or she. I think it's it. Nasty little thing that makes us addicted and obsessed. All right, let's get some clarifications on the past from the minor arcana for my Aquarius friends. Okay, you've got the King of Wands. What about the present to go along with Temperance? Okay. Ooh, the Three of Swords. Stabbing that heart. Okay. And what about the future to go with the devil? What do we need to know about that? Okay, this card here. And you've got the Ace of Cups. It popped again today. Ace of Cups. Okay, gift from the universe. They want you to know. And what angelic message do we have for my Aquarius friends for this time period? All right, good one. You got the Aurora card. You're flying high. Okay. So let's see here. You got the Star card for the past. You are the star. You know, you're the center of attraction. It can also point to renewal, hope, having inner clarity. It can also point to miracles, like you wish upon a star and it just happens. And of course, you know, you are the star. You're in the spotlight. So that's the past. So it looks like something really good happened in the past for you, my Aquarius friends. And you've got here, you know, your King of Wands. So not only you have the star, but you're a king. The King of Wands. Who's a bold leader, powerful, charming, courageous. I mean, you just look at that picture. So I think that's you. You're bold, powerful, courageous. You are the star. Your wishes come true. You wish upon a star. A miracle may have happened. You have faith. That kind of stuff. So I think your past was very bright, my Capricorn friends. Now I know people, my Aquarius friends, I'm sorry. Some people, you know, they come to see readings and stuff because they're concerned about something, but it looks like your past is actually pretty fine. Maybe you're watching this because you just want to know about past, present, future and see what the cards are telling you. You've got Temperance for the present, I should say. Temperance is talking about balance and harmony, self-control, moderation. So this is where you're at now. So you need to be more balanced. I think that's the message. That's what I'm picking up, that my Aquarius friends need to be just a little bit more balanced. Maybe you're a little off kilter. You need to be a little bit more patient. So maybe you're trying to rush something, or you're trying to make something happen a little bit too quickly. You just need to be more patient, and things will happen, you know. Have a little self-control. I mean, that's what that's about. Now, you got the Three of Swords there. You look at that card, and it looks kind of spooky because it's the three swords going through the heart. It's like somebody's going to stab you with the Three of Swords. And that card has to do with heartbreak, depression. It could also be surgery, loss of some kind. It could be a divorce, like I said. I know, heartbreak. So maybe that's why you need to be a little bit more balanced and have patience and self-control. Because maybe there's something, you're no longer, you're the star. You know, you've got all that good energy in the past, and something's going on. Maybe this is a relationship that's just gone awry, you know. It's a relationship that maybe needs to end. So it's giving you some heartache. And this could be a friendship, too. It could be something as simple as a friendship that just is, it's not, you both found out you're not what you thought you were or something, and it's just not working out or whatever. And so you go your own ways. And it's sort of depressing and heartbreaking, but you need to remain balanced and in harmony and have that self-control with that Temperance card. Now, if you don't, and this is what I'm getting, like if you let stress get the best of you, it could lead to the future with the devil. Because like I've been saying, future cards are always representations of things that could be, because it's a heads up from the universe. It's heads up from the angels and spirits. They're letting us know that what could happen, but we have free will and we can actually prevent bad things from happening. Or they're giving us a heads up as to be hopeful about something good. But we always control our own destiny. So maybe what's going on in the present may lead to an addiction or obsession or something like that. You know, it's always a case of, with this devil card, they're chained. to the devil, but it's by their own will. They could break those chains and run away if they wanted to. So they're allowing him to control them and be chained to him or it. The devil, you can run away from. They could very easily become the lovers. So they are chained because of this addiction, this obsession. But you can break those chains and you can leave. So, you know, and I always like to say, you know, with dark cards, there's always light in the distance. Even with this card here, you look down here, and there is some light off in the distance. It's not all dark. And you'll even look at the devil card. It's sort of a darkish kind of card. But the man and the woman in the picture are light. You know, it's like the light is shining on them. So even though it's a very dark, gloomy type picture, it's the devil, they've got light shining on them. So they can go to that light, wherever that light's coming from. They can leave that scene. They can break those chains and go be lovers, you know. Not lusting or obsessing over each other, but, you know, a partnership. So that's how I see that. Now you've got the Ace of Cups here. And the aces, of course, are gifts. And in this case, the Ace of Cups is talking about a new baby or relationship, a proposal, maybe a marriage. So that's good. It's sort of the opposite of the devil. So I think this has to do with an addiction of some kind. But this is also saying in the future you've got something really nice coming, a proposal, a baby. You're going to, like a baby announcement type thing. Which is just a really nice card. So I think for the future, it's like two separate messages going on here. They're giving you a caution, and they're also giving you something to look forward to. And when it happens, we don't know how far in the future this is going to be, but when it happens, you're going to be like, that makes sense now, my Aquarius friends. Now you also have the Aurora card for your angel card, which says, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So whatever's going on in here, I think this is all going to pass, and you're going to get this good news, and everything is going to clear up, because you are flying high. You are still the star from the past. You are still the King of Wands too. You are still both of these. That didn't end. That didn't stop. This is just something that's going on now. This is for the future. You are still those things. You are flying high. So whatever this is like just stuff that's going on. And you need to stay balanced and focused and, you know, get through whatever this little issue is, and then get your good news, and you are flying high. And others are going to be inspired by your example. So, you know, like it says, don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So you are a good example to others. And maybe getting over this addiction or whatever this is, and you break those chains, maybe that's going to help someone else. Maybe you're going to become a counselor or a buddy or something, if it's like a typical addiction like nicotine or caffeine, you know, if you're addicted to gambling or nicotine or anything like that, alcohol, maybe you're going to help someone else get over their addiction too, and that will be an inspiration to them, because you still are the star, you still are the leader, you still are the respectful person. So that's what I'm picking up, my Aquarius friends. Just get through this little whatever this is, because I don't think it's a really big deal. You got all this brightness, and you're flying high, and you're still the star. You're still the center of attraction. You're still going to get your wishes fulfilled. That's what I'm picking up here. All right, my Aquarius friends? All right. So there we go with that reading for the past, present, and future. Okay. Now, we have one sign left, and I will be wrapping this all up, and that is for my Pisces friends. Pisces. Okay. So spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What message do you have for my Pisces friends for the past, from the major arcana? Pisces for the past. Let me shuffle these cards again. All right. Pisces for the past for this Friday, September 13th, 2019, with a full moon tonight. Okay, Pisces. Past. Okay. Let me get these cards organized here. All right. Because they're kind of sticking together now, and I think that's because there's an important message trying to come out. But it's the past. What's the major arcana card for the past for my Pisces friends? All right. You got the Wheel of Fortune for the past. I always prefer that for the present or the future, but let's see what's going on. What about the present for my Pisces friends? The Chariot. Getting a new car, maybe? Or you want to be seen? Gonna move? Let's see. What about the future for my Pisces friends? From this Friday, September 13th, 2019, with a full moon. All right. All right. So you've got the... What is this? You got the Death card. No, it doesn't mean you're going to die. It means something's going to come to an end so that something new can begin. Let's see if the minor cards help us out. Spirits, angels, universe, please come forward with the past confirmation or clarification. All right. To go with the Wheel of Fortune, you've also got the Four of Wands. Nice foundation there. In the past. What about the present? To go with the Chariot. Okay, this one's the one that comes out. The Five of Wands. Are we in a little bit of a conflict or a little bit of a challenge? And what about the future? To go with the Death card, what's that all about? For my Pisces friends. Okay. All right, you got a message. You got the Page of Cups. All right. What angelic message do we have for my Pisces friends? All right, let's just shuffle these up. All right. Pisces, from now for the near future, what message do my Pisces friend need to know? All right, let's try this again. All right, Pisces. Okay. All right, well, let's see what's going on here. You got Fiona, which is the "He asked for help, here you go" card, as I like to call it. All right, so you got the Wheel of Fortune in the past, my Pisces friends. Luck in your favor, the wheel turn in your favor, some good luck, good fortune, things getting better. And you've also got, one of these happy cards, the Four of Wands. They sort of made up a little house out of it, a little structure. The Four of Wands is kind of like that. The Four of Wands is talking about homecoming type of celebration with family and friends, reunions. You're together with these people. So in the past, maybe you had like some type of reunion, a little happy, good time with friends and family. Maybe because your luck changed, you were able to do this. Maybe it was good news when the wheel turned in your favor. So that's the past. And it could be recent past or far past. Could be a year ago. Could be last month. But then we move on to present. You've got the Chariot, which is talking about, well, maybe you're getting a new car, new form of transportation. The old one's just not serving its purpose anymore. Or it could represent movement, like you're going to move or take a trip. The Chariot also talks about change. And maybe that change is related to your other wands here, because you've got the Five of Wands. And if you look at the picture, they're sort of having a little battle there, a little challenge with the Five of Wands. It represents an obstacle, rivalry, challenges. It could also be sports. So if you're into sports, maybe you're going to be playing some sports. Maybe you need to take a trip to play some sports. Maybe that's what you do for fun. But I'm getting this whole challenge thing. So there's at work or at home, romance, friends or whatever. There's like a challenge. There's a rivalry going on. I'm getting that it's not really a big deal. That I'm flat out going to tell you. I don't think this is a big deal. I think it's more of like something minor, and you're going to overcome it. It's not significant. It's not like a cheating or a theft or abuse or anything like that. It's almost like friendly challenge, and it's actually good for you. That's what I'm getting. Like it's going to make you think a little bit more if it's work related. Like, it's always good to have a little bit of a challenge, because then things aren't as boring and mundane, right? Now for the future, you've got the Death card, which doesn't mean anyone's going to die. I mean, it could, but it's like it's in the natural order of things. The Lion King, the circle of life. Things die, and then new things take their place. New things are born. And with these dark cards, there's always some light in the distance, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. So there is some grief, there is some sadness, but what died had to die. It had to end. This could have been a job, could be friendship. Maybe that's what this little minor rivalry thing is. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I am getting some work here. So, maybe this is a job loss, or you quit a job and you just say, that's a dead end for me. That's what's coming through with the Death card. That job was a dead end. I didn't need it. I had to leave. There may be some sadness and regret because there was people there that you miss, but you just couldn't stay there because you're better. And maybe there was too much rivalry and challenges going on there that you didn't need to be part of. It could be something like that. So they're giving you the heads up that if you're thinking that it needs to end, maybe you're right. And that's going to lead to your Angel card. But you've also here got the Page of Cups. And pages are the messengers, the true messengers. The Page of Cups is talking about a studious type of person, maybe a younger person. It could also represent new love, and can also point to volunteer work, or work that you do just out of the goodness of your heart. You're doing it for fun. So it's sort of a very pleasant type of energy. Maybe you're going to leave a job because it's too challenging, or there's too much infighting, like these silly rivalries going on inside, and you're going to move on to something that's fresh and new. You're going to let that old one die, and maybe you'll volunteer first, or maybe it's a volunteer job that's going to turn into a paying job, or it's just, a fresh new start. Because pages are kind of like that. It's like something new, something young, something fresh. Maybe you need to study something new, or it could just represent new love. Someone's going to come into your life and freshen it up a little bit, a new romance. But whatever it is, I think it's like a fresh new start after that death. And that's for the future. That's not now. This is now, but it's going to lead to this. Now, your Angel card says you got Fiona, which is, I always say, like, she might as well be holding like a basket of cookies or a cake or something and holding it out and say, here's something good. Just take it. Here you go. Because she says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So if you're in this right now and you're looking up at the sky, you're praying to yourself like, I just want to get out of this. Present me with something good and new and fresh. She says, you asked the angels for help. They've heard you. They've heard you. You deserve heaven's help. They're going to help you. Be willing to follow their guidance and move forward. And that will lead to this death. Something's going to end, and something fresh and new is going to start. You go from dark to light, and everybody's happy. And she's smiling, You know, you look at Fiona, she's smiling, she's just holding it out, kind of like an ace, like, you know, the gift from the universe. She's holding out, going like, you asked for help? Here you go. So there you go, my Pisces friends. All right, so long reading today, even interrupted by the doorbell. So thanks, everyone, for watching. And we'll switch over to the pretty picture of clouds I took about a week and a half ago. And once again, thanks for watching Cosmic Messages and Reading 777 here on YouTube. Feel free to like, subscribe, and ring bells and do all that kind of stuff so you can follow the channel. And there you go, with past, present, and future for Friday the 13th with a full moon, September 2019. A little bonus reading.